Why, hello, you fucks. Little Alyssa Gramling goes away when she listens to Greg.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty much what it is. It's hard to wear clothes when you listen to that, man. I get it. All right. I didn't say
Oh,
nothing. All right, go ahead.
um,
Go ahead.
that book you did with the Red Hot Chili Pepper thing,
Yeah.
it came out the other day.
Nice. Well, look at that. How did you were searching my name as well as John Solo? Look at you.
No, I was searching new releases and it popped up there.
Yeah, it popped up. Sweet. Well, that's awesome. I actually found out that I made a mistake in that. There was a technicality. There was an error, you might say. So when you're reading a book like that, I did a nonfiction title, everyone, for Red Hot Chili Peppers. Most everybody knows this. I didn't work for them directly. An author wrote a book about the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I got to do it as a nonfiction piece. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. But, see, in nonfiction books, they have these things called footnotes, where they'll reference an item, then at the bottom of the page, you're not paying any fucking attention to me. You're looking at your phone
Sorry.
messages. Jesus Christ. Who am I talking to here? It's okay.
Sorry.
I
It
remember my
was
first video. It's okay. So
this
anyways,
is
I
not
messed
my
up.
verse, but okay.
I thought that I was not the publisher's directions typically or don't record the footnotes. Apparently in this one I was supposed to record it and I didn't. And
Oh,
there was a lot of footnotes and it came down to the last minute and they didn't tell me until like the last minute. They're like, we're releasing this. And I was, wait, what? I'll jump in the booth right now, stop what I'm doing and record the footnotes. I thought I wasn't supposed to. Anyways, hopefully it comes out all right because I really enjoyed myself
yeah.
doing that. It was cool. So, I found Willie. Apparently, you keep. It depends on if you're listening to Greg or not. I guess you keep Willie on your dresser, right by your bedside. Anyways, we'll get to this week. What we got here first? Here,
Well,
I'll
he's
just
hiding. He's being shy this week.
yeah, he's a grower, not a shower. You might say. That's,
Okay.
yeah. First this week we had.
My Best Friend's Secret, Men of Fair Lake, book one, by Romeo Alexander, narrated by Michael Dean.
Dude, you got buttons on your shirt. Use them. That one came out on the
Hey, but at least
19th.
he's wearing one.
He is. He's wearing one. He's partially
And
covered.
he's doing the ha.
Ha! Yeah, but you can't see that because he's partially covered, which is a good thing. Next, we
He's got
had.
chest hair, so it didn't look like Michael
I'm
Dean.
just saying that y'all are. I mean, on some of the covers, it's really kind of demeaning, to men. I think that we should get an equal number of scantily clad women. That's all I'm saying. Pussy. Next, we
No,
had.
no. Innocence Lost, book two by C.J. Bishop and A.M. Sneed, narrated by Craig Stantz.
Wasn't. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't A.M. Sneed in Harry Potter? I don't. That one came
That's
out on.
Snape.
Oh, my bad. That one came out on the 20th. Next, we had, and I suspect we might talk about this a little bit more later on. Maybe.
Ghost of Deceit, Medium Trouble, book three by Alice Winters, narrated by Greg Boudreau / Tremblay.
There we go. That one came out on the 20th. Congratulations. We're going to talk more about that later. Everybody just chill the fuck out. Next, we have an
Yep.
audio clip that I did, in fact, remember to do today. Hello, you Ramblin' Gremlin fuckers. It doesn't get any more subtle than that, does it? Good morning. This is John Solo. I am barely awake. It is 10:15 on Thursday morning, and I remembered I was supposed to record a sample for Ramblin' Gremlin. You can only take a couple minutes. It's not like it's that big of a deal. It's just I'm not what you call organized. I try to be. It's just I don't know if anybody would think this about me or not, but I might have a little ADD kind of thing going. So I get just a little bit distracted, Can you imagine me taking those pills? I think I talked to somebody about that the other day, like the Adderall. John Solo on Adderall. You can't shut him up normally. Let's see what he does with speed. Anyways. All right. Here we go. Dragon Treasure. This is, I'm going to talk quite a bit about this, okay? Just kick back, chill, take your time. Anybody need any beverages, any refreshments? You all good? Orange whip for you? Orange whip? All right. So Minerva Howe. Minerva Howe's Julia Talbot, okay? Minerva Howe's a pseudonym. Everybody knows Minerva Howe's Julia Talbot. I'm not like, outing her or anything like that. Same for me. I'm John Bricker. John Solo, same deal. So Julia Talbot is also married to B.A. Tortuga. I love those ladies to death. They're some of my favorite people in the world. They're awesome. I've met them once in person, and I hope to meet them again soon at some point. I miss y'all. But you see, Julia Talbot, Minerva Howe, she writes a lot of paranormal romance, and this is dragons. Pretty much all I got to do to sell this book is say dragons, and people are like, "Oh, dragons, growly voices." That was kind of somewhere in between Lissa and somebody else. Kind of blended them all. So this one in particular is just hilarious. Now, there's a few things that you can expect in these books, okay? The first thing is food. Lots of food. I mean, I'm telling you, if you need to make yourself hungry, or this is a book just to get new ideas for recipes. 3 o'clock snacks for the entire family. That's what this is about. Sex. There's lots of sex. Food and sex. And, might I add, cute babies. And for the love of God, Ariel, I think is her name, the little dragon, the first baby. She's fucking hilarious. She's like one of my favorite characters in the book. And I don't say that lightly. Everybody knows John Solo loves, it's all about the kids. But all right, here we go. This is the blurb. Dragon Shifter Tyson. Oh, this is book 3, by the way, in the series. You can read them independently, but it's cool if you read the whole thing. They're worth it. They're all credit worthy. They're fun. Dragon Shifter Tyson has been hearing a distant call for months now, a lonely cry that he hopes is his mate. And spoiler it is. All he has to do is find out where it's coming from. When the mournful... I'm a voice actor. When the mournful voice screams for help, Tyson leaves his home and his brothers in the mountains of Colorado to rescue Mick, another dragon who's in a terrible and dangerous situation, nursing Mick and his niece and twin nephews back to health. Count them, that's 3 more children. Tyson knows he's found what he's looking for, but he doesn't want to push. He's waited this long. He can wait until Mick is ready to mate with him. Mick knows Tyson is the one for him. See, he's his mate. I didn't give any spoilers. But he's lost his home and his family, and he's not sure he knows how to convince Tyson he's not shy or fragile. He also knows he's added 3 more kids to Tyson's rapidly growing family, and he's afraid to ask Tyson to mate with him and have more. Like, they're gonna do it, right? Tyson and Mick have to fight the past, their own fears, and their deep, stubborn notions of what's right to come together with the kind of love they both know they can make. These two are like s'mores. It's like, did they eat s'mores in this? Trace? I forget. These two are like s'mores. They come together, and then there's a creamy thing that happens in the middle. So you guys are going to love this. Dragon Treasure, it's a Dragon Horde Book 3 by Minerva Howe. It is now out in Audible. I hope you all enjoy. Have fun. Peace out. Good luck. Where's my Adderall?
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah, you like that?
And I think they did have s'mores, but
They probably
who the
did.
hell knows?
I mean, they had
tons
to.
of food.
They had to have s'mores at some point. Trace says no, they didn't
I
have
almost
s'mores.
fell asleep.
I would have. I'm being a betting
You
man.
went
I
on
would have.
and on.
I couldn't help it. It's what. Look, you asked me to do it. Okay, you didn't give me any rules. There's no stop at 2 minutes or something. I'm me. I'm me. You should read the next blurb. The next time you send one to me, I'll say, Alyssa, it's your turn. You read it, and then you can record that. Okay?
Sure. I don't know how.
Well, you start with your Willie. Anyways, that one just came out, and congratulations. We love you, Minerva. Hello, BA. Hello, Julia. That one came out on the 20th. It's available. Next, we had yet another audio sample. This one might be a bit more succinct than mine.
Hey everyone, this is Zach Alleman, also known as Declan Winters, bringing you a preview for Navarro by Kelly Fox. My late wife made a bet with me. If I marry her brother, I have to take his last name. That's the rule. You marry 2 Navarros, you become one of us. Renee always did have a sense of humor, even as she was dying. But I'll never love anyone the way I loved her. Falling for my brother-in-law? Desi's almost 20 years younger than me and far too pretty. Besides, my son would never forgive me. Still, it's getting harder and harder to deny our chemistry with every encounter. I just want to pretend that none of this is happening.
God, what if I can't keep pretending? The worst kept secret at Rebel Sky Ranch is that I'm deeply, tragically in love with Wyatt Goodnight. Not only is he my late sister's husband, but he may have changed my diapers once upon a time. And his son, my best friend, hates the fact that I'm in love with his father. Complicated doesn't even begin to cover it. There are times when I think I'm the only person who sees the real Wyatt, the man who sacrificed everything for my sister, who moved heaven and earth to try to save her, the man who wants a life beyond the ranch. But he denies us, ignores his own feelings, and pretends that his hands don't know the exact weight and measure of me. What if he never sees how good we can be together?
All I'm saying, he's got buttons. Like, use them. Use them. Dude, Declan is going like all in. He's sounding better and better and better. He's doing a lot of different voices and stuff. Kudos to you, dude. You are doing this right. In my humble opinion. I've not been at this that long, but you sound fantastic, my friend. That one came out on the 20th.
He did these when you were
when I
MIA,
was
so.
on sabbatical. That's why we like to say it.
And got to hear some of it. And
nice.
The way he did Wyatt's voice is so hot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking the entire time. I was like, fuck those buttons, Wyatt. That one came out on the 20th. The next we had, and there's been a lot of hubbub about this in the industry. I don't know if you know this or not, but this is kind of a big deal. We had, have you read these?
No.
You should.
Raven Song, Green Creek by T.J. Klune, narrated by Kurt Graves.
Excellent. This is a huge...
Why is there a lot of hubbub?
You've never heard of T.J. Klune? You've never heard of this series before?
I've heard of her, yeah.
Okay, so you need to read this. And this is Kurt's, in my opinion, okay, I've not listened to the whole thing. I've just listened to samples, but I've also talked to a lot of people. And this is like Kurt's swan song. This is like this is what brought kind of Kurt to the forefront in the scene. This was his first real big hit that I remember. Now, I could be wrong, but these are supposedly incredibly good books. And this is yet a new installment in the series. And T.J. Klune is actually pretty far up there on the scale. TJ's actually kind of going on, and from my understanding, and this is, I could be lying about all this. I don't think I am. I'm just remembering, but...
Because John Solo doesn't lie.
Well, it's just, I have what they call in quantum leap terms Swiss cheese memory. But
yeah, we know.
What I'm saying is that TJ actually, from my understanding, TJ actually got kind of a larger publishing deal. And not one of the, we have some really cool publishers that work with us in this industry, but I mean like one of the big five, like one of the big deals. So somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Supposedly this is absolutely fantastic. So congratulations on the release. I'm sure people are going to be checking it out. Next we have...
Unwritten Rules. Rules Book 1 by K.D. Casey, narrated by Lee Osorio.
That was very good pronunciation you had there. That one came out on the 24th. Next we had...
I wasn't even sure if I was right.
I'm sure you were.
Dragon Dreams and Fairy Wings. Fire and Flutter Book 1 by Bailey Bradford, narrated by Jack D. Winter.
You know, that's pretty pretentious, the Jack D. Winter thing. I don't know you, Jack, and I'm just... It's what I do here. I just bullshit around. But having a of in the middle of your Jack of Winter, I mean, that's kind of a... That's what the DE stands for, right? It's either that or Denmark. Jack Denmark Winter. It's one or the other. That one came out on the 24th. Next, we had... Oh, now you're taking a drink. Jesus Christ, I covered you for like 45 seconds there. You could have taken it any time. Go ahead. Yes.
Radio Static by Nikki James, narrated by Nick J. Russo.
There's a lot of Nickies going on there. It's Nikki and Nikki. That one came out on the 24th as well. Next we had...
His Whipping Boy by J.A. Jakin, narrated by Dan Callie.
Dan Callie. Came out on the 24th. Missy Dan. And next we had... Here we go again. Golden voice bastard.
Death on Denial, Quest Investigations Book 4 by E.J. Russell, narrated by Greg Dudrow / Tremblay.
Yeah, that one came out on the
I've caught on, so yeah, I got this.
No, you're pretty slick. The next we had, I like hearing you say this narrator's name.
Dearly and Deviant Daniel, Dearly and the Departed Book 1 by L.A.K., narrated by Zachary Zaba.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is, okay, so you got double, 2 is double, 3 is triple, 4 is quadruple. What's 5? Quintuple? I'm not very
don't
good
know.
with, but that's a quintuple D right there. So I like double D, it's cool, but the triple, the quad, there was 5 Ds. Dearly and Deviant Daniel, Dearly and the Departed Book 1.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of D. Next we had that was the joke that it took a while to set up. I was like, all right, here's one more little piece here. This is a puzzle. Anyways, that one came out on the 25th. Congratulations.
Through the Black Mirror, The Last Witch Hunter, Legends of the Witch Hunters Book 1 by Blaze Ramsey, narrated by Paul Conley.
That is a new one to me. Somebody check that out and let me know how Paul is. That one came out on the 25th. Now, we're going into next year. I'm just going to mute my microphone and drink some coffee.
Somebody keeps calling me.
Well, you know what I do. I don't traditionally look at my phone while I'm podcasting to the world. I don't. That's I'm not saying I never.
Well, it's right next to me because I use it.
You use it for what? What's the use of your phone on this podcast right now?
I follow along with the countdown to make sure when you pop in.
The exact thing that I tell people in Talk to the Beard School not to do. You do. Yeah, great. Thanks for teaching everybody. Good habits. This next one, I'm going to put this up on the screen. I'm going to let you talk. I know it's going to be ridiculously good because it's fucking Greg and Alice. And here we go. You listened to this week.
I did. And I gave this one 2 bullets and 5 stars. Yeah, of course I love Alice and Greg together. They're like a dream team, just like you and Nora. The third book in the Media series, I loved it. I laughed so hard at several scenes, and she made me cry during one particular scene.
Did she pull your leg hair?
No.
That makes me cry every time.
Spoiler.
People
I don't want to give out that spoiler.
People pull on your little leg hairs like that, though. That makes me, brings... It's like if somebody taps you right... I don't believe that. What?
I don't have any.
You don't have any? How do you... Are you American Indian?
I have some...
Do you shave?
Indian.
I realized when I started going down this rabbit hole, I realized very quickly that this was not the right rabbit hole to go down. But now that we're here, do you get like the little blonde?
I don't have to shave my legs, no.
Do you get like the little blonde fuzzy hairs, or do you get like the coarse black?
I don't have any hair on my legs.
None whatsoever?
None.
Jesus Christ, how did you do that? What sort of magic
what I did
trick?
Yeah, I don't know what I did.
Well, next week we're going to talk about Melissa Gramling's hairless legs. Anyway, I don't know how you got me off on that one, but go ahead, please tell me more about this.
And when I was telling the Brigadiers that Alice made me cry, Emma...
Oh, because she pulled your leg hairs. Okay,
no.
Now I got it.
Oh my God. Yeah, Emma, the way her was, it looked like she was about ready to stab somebody for making me cry. She's like, oh, what? Wait, Alice? What book? What series? And the way I read it, it's like, okay. No, it's all right. Nobody's killing me or anything, but...
Or pulling your leg hairs.
My feelings. But, yes, it was a wonderful book. And Alice said there's going to be at least 2 more of the series, so...
Of course.
Hey, more Alice and Greg.
Yep, I know when they come out. It's kind of like when Kale comes out. Like, I know like, I lost him for a little while, and nobody's going to listen to me this week, poor little John. But anyways, congratulations. This is a huge series. And Alice is obviously one of the best, and Greg is pretty goddamn fine himself. Now, you had a couple that you read this week as well, and I think I see a trend going on here. I actually met Only James, and it was fun. I lost my PDF, but that's all right. You tell me about this next one.
Unhinged by Only James. This one was a bullet breaker.
Hey-o!
It was my first time reading any Only James book. And I've seen it recommended so many times that I figured I'd give it a try. And it's book one of the Necessary Evil series, Psychopaths and the Men Who Love Them. And I was sucked in from the beginning of the prologue. It follows 6 or 7 adopted brothers who were raised psychopathic killers. And the first book was with Adam and Noah. He's instantly taken with Noah. Adam is instantly taken with Noah. And it was somewhat of a toxic and possessive relationship, but I loved every moment of it. Sexy times were amazingly hot, especially an elevator scene that's just too hot for words.
If it was too hot for words, how did it make it in a book?
It's too hot to... Oh, anyway. It's too hot to describe.
I didn't mean to pull your leg hairs. I'm sorry about that.
I don't have... Anyway. But yes, I just absolutely fell in love with the book and the characters.
So that led to...
Book 2. Psycho. This one had 5 bullets. Book 2 of the series with August and Lucas. It's basically the psycho and the psychic with a toxic relationship. And they're both professors at a college they work at. And just like the first one, it sucked me in from the beginning.
Hell,
there was some... I knew that was coming. That's what he said. And just I lost my place.
You were thinking about Willie.
There was some nice play I didn't care for, but I still loved the book. And just like the first book, August is instantly taken by Lucas, and she did an amazing job with this one, and I'm in the process of reading the third one.
Nice. Well, we know what's coming up next week. You did a fine job on this week, by the way. You got all the audios collected. You got the books. You're doing wonderful work. I would say it's God's work, but I can't say that while Willie Nelson is looking over your shoulder. Great job.
And I do plan on listening to this series when I'm done reading it. Liam DeCosmo does the narration.
That's sweet. That's awesome, man. I can't wait to hear about it. We will see you all next week. Great job. Enjoy yourselves. Watch out for, people pulling leg hairs and everything that we learned today. I'm glad that we got to learn it together. See you all later. Have fun.
Bye.